Hey everyone, welcome to Mom and Son Convos. I'm the mom.
I'm Owen.
Welcome back. So we did this like what, 3 weeks ago, a month ago?
No,
Yeah, like
like
3 weeks ago.
yeah, 3 weeks.
We're gonna start doing it for a month now. We used to do it every week, but Owen is getting older, schedules are getting busier. So once a month will be suffice. What you think?
Yeah, I like once a month because every week is kind of crazy.
Yeah, you don't want to talk to me, and I sure enough don't want to talk to you every week, even though I bother you every day.
Every day, that's a stretch. Every minute.
Yeah, every minute.
Yes.
Um, so what's up? What happened in the last month?
Um, Nothing really. It's been
Well,
it's just been school.
school, yeah. You had the second tryout and I told you couldn't go. I felt bad about it for
Yeah.
basketball. That's because you didn't communicate it very well. You want to talk about that? Are you gonna
There's
be
not that.
shy?
There's nothing. How am I shy? There's nothing to talk about for that because missed the second tryout. Missed the second tryout.
You missed the second tryout to the basketball game. I told you you couldn't go because you communicated with me that the second tryout was at such and such time and the person emailed you and I was like, okay, show me the email. And you couldn't produce the email, so I pulled you back from the team from the second tryout.
Mhm.
Were you upset with me about that?
Yeah, and then I just accepted it.
But do you understand why I pulled you from it?
Yes.
I wasn't just trying to be difficult. I felt bad that I pulled you from it, but I had to do what I had to do. I had to show you that you have to start communicating. You can't just say, well, mom, this is what it is, and I just let you go. So you understand that.
Yes, I understand.
Oh, okay. So this is our second year, I think. Well, this is our second year that we have been on social media. Yeah, in
11.
March. We started in March. No,
Third.
This is our second year in
I thought it
social.
was 11 when we started.
No, you started at 11, but on social media, this is our second year.
Like, what do you mean social media? Like
Like
Instagram? Like
when Sherry
Instagram?
Shepherd
Like,
challenged us and
okay.
we had to show a social media presence. This is our second year.
Oh, yeah.
So since this is our second year, quote unquote, I think like I want to say some thank yous to some people. What about you? No,
I don't have thank yous to nobody.
nobody. Well, since this is our second year on Instagram, I'm gonna start using March as our anniversary for the podcast. That sounds cool. I feel
That's
like I'm sitting like lopsided. That sounds cool. My feet is ashy, so nobody better talk about my ashy feet.
don't
That
know
sounds
why you're
good.
not wearing
Guess
socks.
I was Russia, whatever. But does that sound cool? March is
Yes,
gonna be the second year.
that sounds fine.
All right, so I would like to say some thank yous. I wrote it down just so everybody know. Owen and I don't practice what we're going to talk about. A lot of people have hit me up and say, "Well, you guys should pick a topic or say such and such." This is our everyday life. I don't recite and say what I'm going to talk to him about because we talk every day, but we just wanted to just share our conversations with other people. But my first thank you is to, I'm not going to try to say everybody's name because I don't know if everybody will like to be mentioned because other people are going to be listening or watching this. So my first thank you is to my manager that became my closest friend. I call her Mar. A lot of people don't know when I had Owen, I lost my mom the same year. So my mom passed away in January and Owen was born in November. And when Owen was born, I didn't have a mom. I just lost my brother to murder. So I was very traumatic. So when Owen was born, Mar and Maria helped me with Owen. Um, I worked at a financial institution for quite
A
some
long time.
time. And for about 3 or 4 years, Owen sat underneath my station. If it was snow days, if it was summertime, if I had to work on a weekend, Owen, everybody knew I'm bringing Owen to work. If you need me to work overtime, Owen is coming with me to work. So I really appreciate you, Mar, from the bottom of my heart. If I had to give you a kidney, there'll be no question.
Why did you say a kidney?
Because I don't know, don't people always need kidneys? I don't
No,
know.
people
She
don't always need
she don't
kidney.
need a kidney, but she get what I'm trying to say. I love you from the bottom of my heart. There's no words that can articulate how much you did for me. It's like God sent you because I remember interviewing for your position to go to your branch, and they didn't want me to go to your branch for whatever reason. They didn't want me to go to your branch, and you called me personally. It was like, what is going on? I want you to come to my branch, but the upper powers don't want you to go. And somehow, some way, the person that was currently at your branch was making so much mistakes that she just walked out. And I really appreciate you because everybody at the financial institution knows Owen. When they see me, they ask about Owen. Nobody cares about me. They always ask about Owen for like I think up until like first or second grade, Owen sat underneath that desk. I mean, some people might think it's abuse.
It wasn't abuse. I enjoyed it.
But
It was fun
I
times.
didn't trust a lot of people with Owen. I'm a single mom, so when dad couldn't pick up Owen, or if dad it wasn't dad's weekend to have Owen, I don't have family, and Owen did what we had to do. So, and I remember we used to get audited. I can't tell you when, but the credit union used to get audited, and I used to tell, oh, if you ever see a person,
Oh yeah, I remember this. If you ever see a person come in with a suit on, I have to give
I
him.
always told him, like, if you ever see, I'm not going to describe who she is, but I said to Owen, but you know, when you talk to these kids, you don't know if they're really listening to you. And it's so ironic that day we had that conversation, the lady was standing right there, and Owen just made a U-turn. Owen just made a U-turn and went into the other room, and she was like, "Was that your son?" I was like, "Oh yeah, 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 that's my son. You know, the babysitter is coming to pick him up." And I'm saying to myself, "Please, Owen, don't come back in here."
I did it. I didn't come
No,
back
he
that
did it
that whole day.
because normally he would call me, "Mommy, I'm this, I'm bored, I'm this, I'm hungry. Can I get a snack?" Owen did not call. He didn't peep his big head through the glass. He was just like, "All right, she told me," and I didn't think he was listening. But Marlon, thank you. I appreciate you. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Burn, you were there for me from 8th grade. I know our relationship has became distant somehow, but you have always been there for me since 8th grade. I looked up to you. You're an
Look at you!
intelligent.
Look at you getting water.
I'm not gonna get emotional with these thank yous. I told myself, you have been my friend since the 8th grade. I know there was conversations you like, damn, this girl is calling me again, complaining. But I didn't want to be a burden. A lot of people don't know what I went through with Owen because I'm a type of person that I like to have fun. I like to laugh. I don't want people to be like, oh God, here she go calling me. So Burn, I appreciate you. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Mo, I don't know what happened. I don't know. But I know when I needed to go to court and I was short and I called you, you gave me that within 24 hours. And it's not just about money. I respect you because you're a woman of education, you're a woman of principle. And I know you're upset with me because I'm not married and I had a baby out of wedlock. But it is what it is. So, wherever you are, just know I pray for you. I love you. I wish that you're doing well. I pray for Bird. Bird, you're like my best Jamaican friend. I don't have no Jamaicans in my circle, and you're my only Jamaican friend. To my church, my church, my church, my church, my church,
That's
my
not. That was
church,
my upbringing.
my church. I remember when my mom passed away because I didn't want any kids. And I remember when mommy passed away, mommy said, Manu, you're going to have a baby and you're going to have a baby boy. And I need you to keep him in the church. She was like, you're going to wait till I drop dead to have a baby. I looked at her like, can you get in the car? I got to take you to the airport. Just get in the car. Like, what are you talking about? I'm not having no baby. What, you're going to wait until I drop dead to have a baby? Because she always wanted me to have a baby because she thought I was gonna be a lesbian or whatever. Because I was a tomboy. I didn't like boys. Like, get out of here. But to my church, thank you. I appreciate you. To the Greater Allen Cathedral, you have been a backbone for Owen and myself. You guys have helped me with school supplies, food,
School itself.
school, tuition. You have been there for me. You didn't judge me, even though there's a stigma about churches judging people, but you guys have been the backbone to Owen upbringing. And even though we don't go to church every Sunday, know that we pray and we're thankful and grateful for you guys. You have taught Owen community service. You have taught Owen to be a better young man because he knows how to pray. He knows how to pray better than me. What else? I put I put CNC and I don't know what that means. Um, See, you see what happens when you write stuff and you don't know what it means? That's why I don't like to recite anything. I wrote something down. I don't know what it means. But to everybody that has helped me with Owen, that has listened to my complaints, that has listened to my trauma and my issues and then judge me, to Jen that did my hair for free, that did Owen hair for free. It didn't go unnoticed. We always talk about it. Just to everyone that helped me to we went through COVID, and COVID was scary for Owen and I because I caught COVID and he caught COVID, but Owen was fine. But when I caught COVID, I really felt my age when I caught COVID. And when I caught COVID, I couldn't breathe. So I had to show Owen this is what you do in the instance that mommy doesn't wake up. And it was hard and scary for me, but I was a type of person that was raised that, okay, if this happened, life happens. So if it happened, be prepared when it happens. I mean, people would say, "Oh, he's too young to know such certain things," but death is not too young. If he would have came into that room and something would have happened to me, at least I know, okay, Owen knows to call Grandpapa, to call Mar. This is the pension that I have to call, or this is the insurance company. He knew that, and he was only 8 or 9 years old, or maybe 10 years old. Um, so it was a scary time for us, but I had a health scare 2 years ago. I had to have surgery, and I didn't tell anyone. Owen knew, and my friend from Brooklyn knew. And I couldn't drive. I needed someone to take me to the hospital and pick me up. And that's when you know who is in your life, who is there for you. And I have a lot of male friends, and I couldn't call none of them. So I knew where I stood in a lot of people's lives. And to Tawan, I remember when we were in the academy and I forced you to be my friend. And I forced you to talk to me and joke with me. And I remember when I wanted to quit and I went in that bathroom and I cried and I said, Tawan, I can't work. I can't do here. I have to be here for my son. My son is walking the streets. My son is doing whatever he wants. I said, this is my dream job, but that's my son. And I can't let him walk in the streets because I know I'm all he has. But anyway, 2 years ago, I had a health scare. And Tawan, I called her without hesitation. She was like, I'm going to be there for you. And girl, I don't care if I'm in California and you need me. I'm telling you, I will be there no matter what for you. You were there for me. The scariest part, and I think that's what changed my life, is when I had the surgery. Because COVID scared me, but it really didn't scare me because I was prepared, and whatever is in God's hands, that's in his hands. But I remember when because when these doctors are operating on you, you don't know what's going to happen. So I remember during the pre-op, the nurse was like, who can I call? Who am I calling afterwards? And then I was like, my friend, she's going to pick me up. She was like, no. And the event and I just started crying like, so I'm not gonna wake up from the surgery. What do you mean? I'm not gonna wake up from the surgery? And I had to call my dad. And the last time I called my dad that early in the morning is to tell him that his only son died. So that like clicked because when he answered that, whatever, even if my dad and I are having a disagreement, for a fact, I know my dad is going to answer the phone for me. So when I had to call my dad, it scared me because I know when I called him at 5 o'clock in the morning, it scared him to say, what the hell is going on? Why is she calling me this early? So that clicked in my brain like at any given day, life could be taken away. But to Tawan, thank you. I appreciate you. I love you whenever you need me. It's not because you've done things for me. I'm not the type of person that, well, you did something for me. There's a check in the book for you. No, I'm a type of person, I'm a ride out for you no matter who I am. If I'm your friend, I'm a ride out for you. So thank you. I don't want to just make, I think I'm talking too much, right? Yeah.
This is basically a thank you
Okay. But
podcast
thank you to
now.
on. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you to everybody that's helped me with Owen. When it was his birthday, I used to cash app him. He's been getting cash apps forever. But thank you. So to just switch it up a little bit, what else is there? What else is going on? What else is going to happen within the? Oh, we're going to change the pace. So within the last month, Owen has been struggling with the class. You want to talk about that or no?
You could talk about it. So
Owen was struggling. Okay, let me start and then you finish. Or you
okay.
want to start and
No,
I
you can
finish?
start. You can start.
So Owen was struggling. I did that and I didn't even get emotional. See, I'm so proud of myself. Owen was struggling with a class and I gave him until March 11th to bring that grade up. And he didn't bring the grade up and he lost his privileges taking the phone to school. And his thing is he just want to pass the base class, the whatever. If the class is a 75, he just wants to get a 75 and keep it moving.
It's just in that class. That's not how I am in
I
every
understand
class.
it's just that in that class, but if you're trying to elevate yourself and go to a better school or have a go to a better college, the first question they're going to ask you is why you excelling in all these classes except for that class. And that's what I need you to understand. So you can't just excel in all your other classes and just say, all right, well, me and this teacher is not getting along. I'm going to just block it out.
Not blocking you. I have nothing against the teacher. I have no beef or anything with the teacher. The class is a hard class. It's compared to any other advanced class, I feel, in my opinion. It could just be me. Everybody has their own strong suits, but that class is probably the hardest advanced class you could take in ninth grade, in my opinion. Because it's not compared to last year. Last year's advanced. Like the other class, like English advanced or math advanced or even science advanced. Last year, you kind of learned it. You kind of got that experience. But last year, when you take advanced, it's like a completely different thing. You're like you're in a whole new world now. So yeah, I don't think it was for me. That's why I didn't even take the AP Human Geography because I already knew that social studies isn't my strong suit. I mean, yeah, even though last year I was getting 90s and 98s in social studies because it was last year, it was eighth grade, it was middle school, it wasn't that hard. But then this year, advanced, it was just like a full, like, complete switch. It wasn't like it was just social studies anymore. It was like now we're doing college level work in ninth grade. That didn't really make sense at first because it was like we go from not having to do certain things to, yeah, we didn't have to do, like, let's say we didn't have to write, I'm just making this up off the top of my head. This is not how it went. Let's say we had to write like 3 sentences. Now we're writing like 10. Like it went from extreme like that just quickly with
But you
no.
don't like writing, and that was the issue.
No, I do like writing because
No, you don't. That's the
no,
issue.
I don't like social studies in general. I've always said that since I was younger. I never understood the point of social studies. No hate to any social studies teacher. All of my social studies teachers that I ever had are pretty cool. They're good. I don't get the point. I don't know how like social studies will help you.
History
And
will help you.
history will help you because you're learning, no offense, about a dead man's history. Has no like benefits. Like we went back in time about 40 times already. Sixth grade we was in Egypt. Seventh grade we went to the Civil War. Eighth grade we went back to the World War, and now we're back to when humans first existed. It doesn't make sense that we go back for it. It doesn't.
But do you understand why I'm always pushing you? Even if you see that you're not excelling in the class like you want to, you have to communicate with the teacher. You just can't just be chilling and just let the market periods just fly by and it was like, oh well, I'm gonna just get what I get, or well, she deducts 50 points, so oh well, I'm not just gonna do it. You have to communicate with that, not just say, well, mom, this is what's going on, and just let it be. That's why I tell you, when you email the teacher, carbon copy me, because I need to see that you're communicating with the teacher, you're trying. If the teacher see that you're trying, she's going to work with you, not just chilling. All right, well, I'm going to get whatever I get. As long as I'm passing on my other 8 classes, then this class is nothing. Do you understand that part of it?
Yeah, I understand.
Do you get upset when I tell you to email the teacher?
No, I really don't care because the teacher.
You don't care.
No, because like it's not like, hey, we have a couple more months of school.
Okay.
Same thing happened last year. Last year I wasn't as bad as this year. Last year I still had the high grades with that class because again I liked. So the class that took the class, it was the difference. The class wasn't hard. The teacher was just not the best.
But everybody's you're not
I
gonna get
know,
a
I
cool
know,
teacher
I
every
know,
year.
I know. I'm not gonna get it. It's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I'm taking a class that I don't like in general that I didn't want to take, and then I'm taking it
Because
just
you
just
didn't advocate for
just
yourself.
because I'm smart.
No, just because you didn't want to go to the guidance counselor. And this, we had another issue within the last podcast to now. We had another issue. You tell your guidance counselor something, and they're just, well, you're bright, Owen. You're bright. Don't worry about it. You'll handle it. And I'm like, no, 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 no. You're bright, but if you can't handle something, it's your right to say, I don't want to take this class. You have to understand that. If I tell you, Owen, okay, I'm going to pull you out of this class, you got to back me up. You can't just say, well, mom, the guidance counselor said I'm bright. It's just that my social life. What social life? What does he know about your social life? He only knows you from 8 to 3. He doesn't know you after school. So when I'm sticking up for you, you have to back me up. If you don't back me up, they're going to look at us like we're crazy. If we're a team, you have to play the team game. You can't just say, well, he said I'm bright. I'm going to just take what he says because he's my guidance counselor. Do you understand that?
Yeah,
Why you look like you have attitude?
I don't.
Say what you feel.
I'm just listening.
Oh, okay. So when I got upset with you, were you upset that I got upset with you for
No,
not backing me up?
no, because you really didn't understand what I was saying.
Okay, so what were you saying?
Because you asked me what the guidance counselor said. I told you exactly what he said.
You said the
But
guidance count. I said,
you made it seem like that I said no, I want to stay in the class. He literally told me to come back the next day and tell him if I want to stay in the class or not because when he was there, he had a meeting with a parent.
yeah, but you didn't say that. You waited till I yelled at you for a
Because
good 20 minutes.
you didn't let me finish speaking. But you do that a lot.
I don't I don't let you finish speaking. All right, my bad. For now on, moving forward, I will ask you, are you finished speaking? Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay. So what else?
What do you mean? What else?
So okay, so you're not going to be in that class next year.
No. The AP class. No, I'll just take normal social studies. I even told him, cause like the route I want to go to. Well, now maybe it'll change in the future. Cause even if you do good in that class, you have another choice to go back into the AP social studies. You have that choice to see if you want to, which I'm not, cause I don't. Again, I don't see what social studies has to do with anything. You don't take a regents in social studies until 11th grade, which is like
Okay, but
English.
all your classes eventually you're going to take regents.
Yeah.
Okay, so it
Social
doesn't
studies is
matter.
social studies is the last class you take a regents in. It has the least amount of credits.
The history
And
class have the least amount of credits? No,
yeah,
it doesn't.
it does. I think it's like 2, and then like earth science is like 4.
No, I don't think history has the least amount. But anyway.
And it's just like it's I don't see a point. What am I gonna do when I'm 20 years old? What am I gonna talk
But
about
do you
how George
understand
Washington
that
cut
because you're
bricks up
trying to transfer out
with
of
his
that
teeth?
school to go into another higher prestige school, that's going to be the first question. When we have that meeting for the other school, that don't you think that's going to be the first question that they ask you?
Yeah, I already know what I'm gonna say.
Oh, okay. See, you know everything. Um, how do you feel about? I heard the other day when I was driving that they're gonna. You have to have a age requirement now to buy the energy drinks. How do you feel
All
about
right.
that?
So I don't drink energy drinks
You
anymore.
do. You do.
Okay, what do you consider an energy
Because
drink?
I made you stop. You. What was that drink called?
Prime?
Yeah,
Okay, so there's a
that's not an energy drink. All
again,
right,
see, you
sorry.
don't
I
let
see,
me
see, see,
see.
see. See. All right, sorry. Go ahead, go ahead. Prove your point.
There's a difference between energy drinks and hydration drinks. Like Gatorade, for example, is a drink that hydrates you.
Okay.
At the time when
Does
Prime,
Gatorade have caffeine?
like normal Gatorade, no, but
Okay.
they Gatorade has energy drinks that have caffeine in it. But
The ones
at
that
the
you drink, does it have caffeine?
no,
Okay.
at the time when Prime first came out, I was like, what, 8 or 9? I was like, oh, my YouTubers that I like made this, so I'm gonna get it. I didn't know that there was a difference between because Prime has their own like Gatorade. They have a hydration drink that doesn't have caffeine in it, but then they have an energy drink. That's why if you look, see, bring out a bottle right now. It's a perfect example. They have a
But the prime that you were drinking, not to cut you off or let you finish, the prime that you were drinking, was it an energy
I said
drink?
yes. I just said
It
that.
was not. It was a. It, yeah, it wasn't. Sorry, it was an
I just
energy
said
drink.
that.
Okay, because you said you do not drink energy drinks.
No, I said I didn't know what the difference between an energy drink and a hydration drink was. I thought
But
hydration,
when I told you that, you were like, "No, mom, it's like Gatorade." I'm like, "No, it's not.
because
It
that's
accelerates your heart."
because that's what I thought it was. Though, because if you look, Prime also has they have it in the can forms is the energy drinks. Because most cans are energy drinks, and then their bottle form. If you look, there's a difference. The bottle says hydration on it.
But do you?
It has electrolytes like the Gatorade, and then the can say energy drink, and that's what I was drinking because I just went to the deli, saw it, and was like, oh, I want this.
But how do you feel about? How do you feel about the age requirement for energy drinks?
I mean, it's like some energy drinks have a lot of caffeine in it. Like for example, Prime I think has like 1,000 milligrams of caffeine, which is crazy.
You have to stop saying the name.
I don't really care.
But do you
But
know that? Do you know that? Do you understand why that's a problem?
yeah, but then they should also stop kids from drinking coffee.
But kids don't not supposed to drink coffee.
But they sell it to them.
Who?
A lot of kids drink coffee. They sell coffee in our school for fundraisers.
Yeah, but I don't know the nutritional facts about coffee.
Coffee is
But I know the energy drink, just like Red Bull. That sucker will make your heart race like no
Red Bull is
tomorrow.
disgusting, but
But you used to drink it.
I had Red Bull once because again I was trying it. I was like 7. I didn't know what it was. I saw everybody else drinking it. The
So
best thing to
everything that
drink.
you talking about everybody drinking it, right? So I went to a baby shower, right? And one of the favors was rice pudding, something with a pudding,
It was just
cookie
pudding.
pudding.
It was just pudding.
Okay, pudding. So I brought it home, and Owen is like, "Can I have it, Mom?" I said, "Sure, no problem. You can have it." So he's drinking it, he's eating it, and he goes, "This tastes like rum." I'm like, rum? How do you know what rum tastes like? Oh no, it tastes like rum cake. How do you know what rum cake tastes like? You've never had rum cake with me. Well, the other day, somebody brought rum cake to
I didn't
school.
think I didn't think that was such a bad thing, cause
Yeah,
like
but
it's like
somebody is bringing alcohol infused
I didn't.
cookies,
Okay, so like
cake.
I thought that it was like like how like some people like put like wine and stuff in their food.
Yeah, but you know they have food wine for cooking.
Yeah, so I thought it was just like rum for cooking.
But do you know there's marijuana brownies?
Yeah, but that's different.
It's not.
That's completely different than rum cake.
No, it's not rum. You can smell the rum before you even taste
See,
it.
here's the thing. I'm not Jamaican, so I didn't even know what I was smelling. I just thought how the
Only
cake.
Jamaicans don't eat rum cake.
Okay, but like I was saying, I'm not Jamaican. I don't like Jamaican food. I don't like Jamaican delicacies or however you say that word. I don't eat them like on a daily basis like they're sour straws, right? I didn't know what it was. I just thought that was the taste of the smell. And when somebody offers me food, I usually
But if somebody offer you something that has,
well, first, they didn't offer me first. They offered the teacher, and said no, thank you.
okay, so you said
know.
okay, let me try
Yeah,
it.
and I didn't have a big.
So
it
if
was like-
somebody offers you marijuana brownies, will you try it?
how would I know it was?
They have to tell you. But if somebody offers you
No,
brownie,
because they did say it was Jamaican rum cake, but I didn't think it was like. I thought that's like how like people call it penne alla vodka. It doesn't really have vodka.
oh
In
yeah,
it.
that's the reference you use.
Yeah.
He's like, but Bob, I eat penne alla vodka.
Cause I didn't think I thought that's just that's what people call it. I didn't think that I mean it did taste kind of weird.
But the rice pudding, I forget
Nah,
what
that
it was,
rice pudding though.
that was alcohol down.
Nah, that was just pure.
Yeah, so I'm like, how can you compare that to the rum cake? So
'Cause
that
that's how
means
the
the
rum-
rum cake
that's
had
how
a
the-
lot of alcohol.
That's how the rum cake. It tastes exactly like that.
That's what I was
I
trying
mean,
to
that would
tell
probably
you.
explain what I ate that in the next period. I was mad, just tired.
You see? That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I want to do it because everybody else is trying. You better be careful, bro. Because this is the time where people are going to come to you and test you. I told you that. This is the time that, number one, we have a podcast. So people are going to be like, oh, let's see. You're not really close to your mom. Your mom is not going to know everything about you. Ha, ha, ha. Try this. Oh, come and do this. I told you, this is the years that people are going to test you. Until you know who you are, people are going to keep testing you, especially because they, A, that I'm a single mom, B, that I'm a small single mom. I'm not overbearing. So I'm like, oh, whatever. We could not go over. We're going to just, sometimes people are going to hurt you just to hurt me. You have to understand that. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Um, what else? Because I feel like I'm talking too much.
Well, yeah, you just.
Oh, thank you to my dad.
You
Because
already,
God
you
forbid.
already, you
No,
already
I
see.
didn't say thank you to Pops.
You did.
No, I didn't.
She did.
No,
You did.
I did.
Yes.
No, I said thank you to him in the reference of, no, I talked about him, but I didn't say thank you. But
You did.
anyway, thank you, Poppy. Because I know if he don't, if he listens to this and I don't say it, even though we don't see, oh, yeah, I did say thank you to Pops. I'm trying to think back. But thank you, Pops. Whatever I call you, if it's for me, you'll take your time. But if it's for Owen, you're down for it. So thank you. I appreciate it.
It's
I
for
mean,
you.
you're a better dad. You're a better granddad. But thank you.
All right, that was foul. You didn't have to
Okay,
say that.
sorry. I take that
I
back.
have a thank you.
All right, go ahead. Say your thank you.
I have a thank you to everybody, cause right, like everybody. I'm not gonna name names, but just everybody in general, cause I feel like certain things are positive, but like certain things are also like certain people did certain things that like motivated me to do more things. For example, I think if I would have made JV, I wouldn't have, you know, started watching film, started taking basketball more serious. I would have just been like, oh, if I'm good enough to make JV, I'm good enough to make it next year. I'm good enough to make varsity. I would just have that ego that I'm good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Not making JV shows me that, oh, that really clicked in for me like, oh, I can't make a team. So like I think I'm like I just like feel like all the negatives like motivate me to like be
But it
better.
wasn't a negative though.
No, like I'm just saying that is a negative. Me not making a team, that's a negative. I'm just trying to
But
say like
everybody that's gonna try out for it, you have
I'm
to
just
understand
but
that.
it's not just regards in basketball. And there you go again with the cutting
I didn't
offness.
cut you
You
off.
did. I wasn't finished talking,
All right, go ahead, finish.
but yeah, I just have to say like Cardi B said, thank you to all the haters out there.
No, but I don't want you to live that life. Thank
But
you to
not
all
like
the haters.
necessarily haters, just like people that like don't necessarily positively impact my life necessarily. I feel like it motivates me to be a better individual, a better
right.
person.
Are you finished?
Yes, I'm
All
done
right,
talking.
let's just clear something up. I want you to understand that number one, I don't have to listen to everything that you say. That's number one. Because number two, you think that we're equal. Sometimes I have to let you know, like, Owen, I am not your sister. I'm not your girl. I'm not one of these homeboys you talk to on the phone. Because sometimes I tell you something, you're like, all right, whatever. Let me do how I feel like to. Let me do what I think is right. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, of course I'm not gonna let you finish if I tell you do. Okay, like for instance, I told you not to bring the phone to school. You waited until I went to work and said, all right, whatever. She's sleeping. I'm gonna take the phone to school. That was the biggest disrespect to me. So you don't think that I'm gonna let you finish your statements? I don't care what you have to say after that. If I tell you don't do something, I don't care what you have to say about me telling you not to do something because you're not my equal. So I want you to understand that if I tell you to do something, it's different me and you having a conversation than me telling you to do something. You have to understand that that's a directive. I don't care what you have to say after that. Do you understand that? Taking that phone to school, you lucky I didn't embarrass you when you went to school. Because I said, all right, or one thing I'm going to try not to do as a parent is embarrass you. But you inconvenience me. Now I got to go pick up the phone from the school because I'm going to show you that I mean what I say, that I do not want you to take the phone to school. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
So you telling me that oh, I don't let you finish. In every instance, we're not equal. I don't have to hear what you have to say. If I'm telling you to do something, then you disobey me and then you want to tell me your piece. I don't have to do that. You're not my equal. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Even when if it's an educator telling you to do something, you're not gonna say, "Well, I think X, Y, and Z." No, and that's the problem with your generation. Y'all think that you're equal to your parents. No, you're not. If somebody tells you to do something, you gotta obey that order and do what they say to do, even if you don't like it. If it's nothing to do to harm you, you have to respect that order and do that order. That's it. Oh, you don't let me finish. Not every instance I'm going to be like, all right, Owen, so tell me, finish. What are you thinking? No, you don't think that was disrespectful? You took the phone to school?
I don't think it was disrespectful.
You don't think it was disrespectful? I told you, you cannot take the phone back to school. You don't think that was disrespectful?
No.
Okay. So what else? He has an attitude now. So let me finish the let me finish the podcast. Are you going to talk on it or not?
What is there to talk about?
Now you got an attitude. Now the real Owen is on camera. So he don't think it was disrespectful him bringing the phone to school, and he wants me to finish a statement. He wants me to listen to. He wants me to listen to what he has to say, but yet you think that we're equal. Oh well, whatever. She's sleeping. It's a Friday. I could just bring the phone to school. Bring that phone to school again and see what's gonna happen. Bring it again. I told you you're not bringing the phone back to school. If it's an emergency, they can't contact me. Oh well, you better say a prayer. Do not bring that phone back to school. Tell them what?
Okay.
All right. Um, what else we're gonna talk about? Because Owen has an attitude, so we're gonna wrap it up. Instance, he got his head down. You want to plug the Instagram? Anything you want to say to kids that okay? Any before we go, anything you want to say to ninth grader? I'm not gonna say a boy, but that like a sport, it didn't get accepted to the sport or didn't get accepted to whatever they're trying a goal that they're trying to reach. You have anything to say to a ninth grader?
Well, I can't talk to a ninth grader because I am a ninth grader, so I can talk to a person who's younger. But
Okay.
um, if you really like the sport and you didn't make it, you have to like keep trying. You can't just like quit once or twice. After a certain amount of times, you keep failing. Then like obviously you have to like quit because then you're just being just like garbage at the sport. But anyways, try out new things. Some things you may not like. For example, if you play like what soccer, then you don't make the soccer team. Then you play basketball, but you make the basketball team, but you don't enjoy soccer. Then like use that motivation. Use that. This is how the coach called it. He said use that like anger that you had for not making the team as like motivation to like get better. Because the kids that are on the team are not gonna keep working. They're gonna just think, oh, they made the team. That's usually how it goes. They don't keep working to be better. You have to work to be better, and then even when you work to become better, you have to keep working. You can never stop working if you really want to accomplish your goals.
And some of the greats didn't make some all the teams that they tried out for. You gotta understand that. You don't always make it. You just keep going.
Yeah. Also, you have to keep in mind like a lot of people are gonna have connections. Connections nowadays is like the key to success. You can have no connections. You can be the best player there, but not know anybody there. Next thing you know, you're not making a team. That's how it goes a lot for a lot of players. That they just don't make a team just because they don't know anybody and somebody does, and you can be way better than the player. You just have to keep working hard. You have to know your craft. You have to have confidence. You have to just know who you are and know how good you are. And eventually your goals will become true. Your dreams will become true. Yep.
All right. So that's to the younger people.
Yeah.
All right. I think that sounds good. You want to plug the Instagram?
The Instagram is
Mom is on Convo6 at Instagram.
yeah, I don't remember. I
The
didn't look at the
Facebook
Facebook.
is Owen Nella. There's no N in between, just Owen Nella on Facebook. Owen has a little attitude right now. Maybe hopefully next month we be more uplifted. I think he had a difficult month. I think I put my foot in my mouth during work this month, but we'll figure it
I
out.
have a difficult month.
I think you did.
It was just a normal month. School year has been a very interesting school year. This is like the first school year I didn't play sports
Yeah, for school,
for
yeah.
school, so
But
it
you chose
was
not to.
it was weird. All the free time.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't recommend it. Always try to do something. Never
well, you
just
chose not to do it. You put all your eggs in one basket, and you shouldn't do
you
that.
should always at least have something.
Have
Even if
another
even it
backup.
no, not even if it's just not a sport. Just you should never just be like not occupied. You should always have something to do. Shouldn't just be sitting at home or just like not doing anything because it gets boring and then you just have nothing to do. And now next thing you know, you're just like, it's
You feel like
weird. I
trouble.
wanted to be at school.
Yeah, but you're the only kid,
I used
so
to be walking home mad slow, like, oh God, I gotta go back home now.
yeah, that's life.
You gotta
That's
you
how I
gotta
feel.
find a hobby, find something that, even if it's just like, walking around and just enjoying the sunset. I don't know what I'm talking about
All
anymore.
right, so we're gonna wrap it up because now you getting too wordy. All right, Mom and Son Convos 6 on Instagram,
Hmm.
Owenella on the Facebook. Until next month, we talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.